back to Games Gone. This is our post-Microsoft E3 conference episode.
Tales of Vesperia coming. That's all we need to know.
All right, and good night. Good talking to you.
No, but I am Michael, one of your hosts.
He's the Tales of Vesperia fan.
Yes,
I'm the other host, Larry.
Oh, sorry.
Of course, I'm Larry, in case you didn't hear that.
And joining us once again is our little brother, Big Kevin.
Hello, hello, hello. Our little brother, Big Kevin.
Yep, something like that. All right, so we're excited. We're just going to go through everything that we liked about Microsoft's conference. And I thought, overall, it's a freaking awesome conference. I was super excited.
No, very good, very good. I liked it.
This is our side content, by the way. So normally we take a game of the month, but now it's E3 season, and I love it.
It's all of it's out of whack. We're just releasing episodes left and right.
I love it. All right, so Kevin, is there a standout for you?
Shadows Die Twice.
Yeah, I mean, it's not an Xbox exclusive, so it's a little bit different. But that looked like a cross between Neo, Tenchu, and Bloodborne.
I just think it's From Software's just slap in the face to the developer. I don't know off the top of my head the developers of Neo. I don't.
Yeah,
It's from
I don't know. It's definitely not. It's in the same vein, but
yeah. I mean, it's this. It looks like it's the same era, and From Software, they're the top dog of that genre. So.
Yep. And I don't think they're going to get dethroned anytime soon. What are your thoughts, Larry?
I'm having a hard time just thinking about this. Obviously, I just wanted to give a shout out. I think it's freaking awesome that Nier is on Microsoft now.
Yep,
that's really cool. That's a good get. It's not like a AAA game or anything like that, but it's
double A.
It's not a system. So it's a double A. Obviously, it was my game of the year. So fantastic to see them over there. I think Ori looks great.
Yep, I need to play the first one. This makes me want to play the first one.
I'm really curious to see something more with this Battletoads. The 3-player couch.
That's one of my highs.
And I mean, I hate to do it, and this is kind of the question I was going to ask, is I know as Kevin's already picked a game that isn't Microsoft exclusive. I'm sorry. I didn't want to do it because I'm going to save it, but Fallout 76 probably was the game that most enticed me. And again, that's not a Microsoft exclusive, but they showed a lot of games that I like.
And Fallout 76, we'll talk about that in a second, but we had a discussion before this even started, and it was, what does Microsoft have to do to get me excited about Gears and Halo again? And that little snippet of Halo they showed, I was like, I'm sold. I'm hyped again. I think it's the new engine. I don't know what it is. There's some feel about that trailer. I was like, right.
It looked nostalgic.
It felt Halo 1.
Yes, yeah, exactly. And I was like, all right, Halo Infinite, you got me.
Combat Squared.
And this is a good
Combat Squared.
Well,
that's
awesome. And this is one point that I hope kind of makes it out. But to me, they're on a new engine. 343's been at least as far as I'm aware, 343's been using Bungie's engine for every Halo that they've done up to this point. Now, someone yell at me if I'm wrong there. But if this is 343 having their own custom engine for Halo, I think that bodes very well for the potential possibility.
That's exciting. And I like that it's not called Halo 6.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably leaving Halo 6 for the next Xbox, whatever that's going to be. Got very snippets of whatever that game's supposed to be, or what that it's coming down the pipeline.
Do you think it's like an open world Halo game?
That last screenshot.
I was going about the Halo Infinite.
Yeah, that last screenshot they showed where the Warthog was driving kind of an angle, and they were kind of backing up. I was like,
New engine, kind of custom built, maybe for something like that. Now again,
intrigued.
Everything's open world nowadays. It seems like so. I'm curious.
Gears of War 5, I thought it looked really great. The new locales look different, so I'm excited about that. I like that Gears 4 was different too, and so we're getting these new iterations that look different. I'm getting excited about it again. It wasn't as excited as Halo, but
I think the storyline looks like it's going in a cool place.
Yeah,
with the female protagonist.
You get to play her. She looks awesome, and yeah, I'm pretty sold on that. I need to play 4, but
same.
I think I'm more excited for the PC one, just because it's kind of got the XCOM gameplay behind it.
Oh, the Tactics
Gears
Tactics
one.
3 Gears of War announcements this year. Awesome.
Obviously, and again, I guess we'll be openly honest. Ours froze up a little bit towards the end, so I don't know if they announced they showed any multiplayer stuff. I'm not sure.
I don't think so. I'm guessing,
but I mean,
on the not Tactics, but the
Gears. Yeah, Gears 5. Hopefully, there's some sort of horde and things like that.
I'm sure there is. Yeah. It's Gears of War, and
Mike, I guess you kind of said it with Tales of Vesperia.
Yep, Tales of Vesperia. Even though it's not a Microsoft exclusive. Besides that, it actually is Halo, Battletoads, and then we talked about Gears. But that Tunic game looks really cool. The little fox.
Cool.
I like that art style.
That's actually probably the game that I'm most curious about out of that. group. Just that kind of came out of the middle of nowhere.
It looked like a way better version than Oceanhorn, basically.
Yeah, I would. Yes,
That's
yes,
a really
yes.
good comparison. Yeah.
And then Dying Light 2. Dying Light 2 looks
Holy
really good, but you
No,
mentioned in the when we were watching, Kevin, no release date.
No release date. Yeah.
Interested to
I
when that
think-
game is coming.
With what they're doing and how it's online gameplay, I think it's going to be a while. I'm thinking 2020.
You might be right. I don't think it hits this next fall or
Yeah.
this next holiday. Early 2020 game. I'm guessing that.
I could see like quarter 1 maybe.
Yeah, like February, March, where every game is supposedly coming now. We also got a glimpse of the Shadow Tomb Raider, September 14th. That's a pretty good date for that game.
Yeah. Looks good.
I need to play the second
I
one.
feel like that actually comes out at a really good date. It's kind of coming out before the storm that hits.
Yeah, but
like October and
Shut up.
February. October 2018, February 2000. What did you just say?
You said before the storm, so sorry.
Oh,
Shout out. Speaking of that,
hey,
wait,
that was an amazing
what-
transition.
Captain Spirit, was it?
No,
Captain something.
I got it.
I think it was
wrong.
Captain Spirit.
No, the Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit. Yeah.
Okay, well,
Oh.
yeah.
What do
What
you
are your thoughts
think
on that? Because
Yeah.
you're the big. Life
So
is Strange
as
fan.
I was mumbling to myself while it was being shown, that I was like, what? They weren't showing like the games, Deck 9 games or Dot Nod Studios, but Deck 9 made the first Life is Strange. Where's the change? Because the games go from lighthearted to like heavy hitting. I was like, is that going to happen?
And
in
they
this
never
game?
hit.
I mean, it kind of
Yeah.
showed it with like it shows like your father isn't really paying attention to the
Maybe it's
character. He's
like
oh, you're drinking beer probably in the morning, I'm assuming. So it's like, is it a good father? Like, what happens? Do you get beat? Where's the
negligence? Maybe is the big key with that one because
Maybe
the
that's
kid's
why
always
he
dreaming.
He escapes into his alternate.
yeah?
worlds.
There's probably some sort of abuse of some
Very
sort.
cool. It's free. I assume it's a very short experience then, which is
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, almost all are basically. You can probably beat all the games in like 6 to 8 hours.
I'm
separately.
I'm thinking this is like a 2-hour experience. Is my guess.
I'm gonna throw it 3. I feel like that seems to be like a really sweet spot with a lot of those games.
Okay. We've already talked about it a lot, but another good thing, Microsoft grabbing 5 studios.
Yeah.
Few we know, 2 that are newer. Like, this is exactly what Microsoft needed to do. Their Game Pass, just going full bore into that. Awesome. I love also the new AI thing they're doing. And again, another EA, or I did it yesterday, but now a subscription cloud streaming game system. We're getting close to in 1 or 2 more generations, and that's all there is going to be. There's not going to be consoles. I will tell you my disappointment of this conference. Well,
We all-
one, Splinter Cell wasn't there. Interesting. We're theorizing maybe it shows up at Ubisoft. No
It's a good
Rocksteady.
bet.
Yeah. No Rocksteady game announced. Thought it was going to be Microsoft. Super confusing. But
You have my other one, I think.
my big disappointment is Devil May Cry 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have one other one, but yeah.
They showed Dante at the end, but I thought they would learn from DMC4. Like, DMC4 was a good game, don't get me wrong, but I want to play as Dante. And now, again, we have a different kid. And I don't understand. And when we talked about this in the predictions episode, I wanted it.
Okay, one. Sorry.
Go for it. No, go for it.
It's not a different kid. So they made the DMC, I think it was Origins, where you played as young Dante, and that's the continuation, I think, of that. I could be wrong, but it looked like the same character.
They look very similar, but it can't
Dante
be.
showed on the motorcycle or whatever.
And he's in the key art next to the guy.
yeah,
so.
unless it's some sort of like split dimension thing.
Yeah, I never heard the
doing.
name of the person, so I'm gonna guess it's a different character, but they look alike, and that's probably also what bugged me about it. I was like, "Come on, guys!" But freaking Microsoft grabbing was it Team Ninja?
Ninja Theory.
Ninja Theory.
Theory.
Wow,
Yeah.
That
that was spectacular.
Ninja Theory
He's
was
been
a
great.
really good grab.
Hellblade is a fantastic game. I haven't beaten it yet, but it's wild. I
It's
cannot
on
wait
my
to see what they
backlog of
do
shame.
with the funds from Microsoft.
Yeah,
Well-
that's my thing.
well-
Throw a lot of money at them.
Well, the big thing was we always talk about, like, I mean, the exclusivity battle between Sony and Microsoft is non-existent. Sony is unbelievable with its exclusives. To snatch
Somebody's
5
hungry.
in like now new developers that are all under the Microsoft umbrella, like you guys are saying, that's a huge get for them. And then I mean, to even get like a game like, Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming over. That's a big one.
Didn't expect that.
Like I said, getting near, that's a big one. It's
Square
good to
Enix
see more and
seems-
more of these games coming over. This is a really good thing for them.
So Devil May Cry, bummer. Wish it would have done the God of War thing. It might still be good, but that's a disappointment. The one Cyberpunk 2077. I don't think it looked that great.
They didn't show any gameplay.
That's also a disappointment. You're gonna have this big presence at E3.
Here's the thing.
There was something off about it.
The rumor is they're showing an hour-long demo behind the scenes, which makes me think, this is like a fall holiday 2019 title.
And here's my thing. I'm being a little nitpicky because Witcher 3 is amazing. They're probably not going to do any wrong. But I don't know. There's something off about that trailer.
What I think everyone's coming off from, what I think you're coming off from is, I think they're trying to branch. They have their Witcher games. I think everyone's thinking what I was originally thinking was it's a Witcher, but it's sci-fi. And
I think they're going a little bit lighthearted, maybe, or something.
Well, Cyberpunk is the name, so it's like going to be a retro punk style game,
set in a different futuristic world.
I honestly think it's going to be a more serious Blood Dragon with an insane fleshed out story and verticality of the city.
And that's what I've continued.
That's
what I continue to say. It's going to be, you think of Witcher as this expansive, like horizontal game. This is going to be an expansive vertical game. But I will say, the one thing that was weird about the trailer, and it's the only way I can think of it, is it had the facial animations had a Gears of War effect on a couple of the characters. There was a couple guys, they looked oddly out of, like the main character, like a couple times during the cutscenes, looked oddly out of place compared to what I thought they were going to go with the world. And
speaking of facial animation, Gears of War 4 or 5 looked really good.
Well, and we've already talked about that. I wanted to jump into, because especially you being the big fan of it, and you played it quite a bit. I didn't really play much of the first one. Division 2, what'd you think?
Whoa.
That was Kevin.
I love the locale change is much needed. Looks awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'm not sold to get it right away like you are, Kevin.
Yeah, I definitely am.
But they're doing everything right. It just from here on out, hopefully, obviously we'll see more at Ubisoft's conference. Hopefully they dive into like their post-release plans right away.
Yeah, because like I loved The Division. I thought it was fantastic. Me and my buddy Dominic destroyed that game. I wear my heart on my sleeve because I thought the end game after you beat the story and the campaign, it was just kind of blah. I don't have that drive to like
and they
rank
didn't
up everything.
And they didn't recuperate it quick enough. Like the end game content stopped too soon. Obviously that's changed now. They've added a lot of stuff, a lot of changes.
Yeah. Apparently it's really great.
And now you can, if you go back and play it now, you can get stuff that goes. You'll have Division 2
people.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping. I love the environmental change is really, really nice. I love that it's not just winter, it's like springtime or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And just seeing green, I don't know. And it's
Isn't that weird?
It's open. You're not. It does because Division. It felt very claustrophobic
because you're in the middle of New York City.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's weird how that affects like Gears of War 5. Like I don't even know if it looks much different than Gears of War 4, but it's just the snow and like you get these colorful places. You're like, all right, I'm good. I'm sold.
So, I think Division 2. Yeah, probably day one unless we see something that's just ridiculous.
I wanted to ask just a game that actually I thought I just didn't even see it coming. I was surprised. I at first was hesitant. I didn't really like it, and then
Tales
of
Vesperia.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Jump Force.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
Weird. Yeah. So Death Note in there at the very end. What is going on?
What is going on with this?
I think it's.
Do we got multiple anime tie-ins to this?
I think it's just freaking Crunchyroll Super Smash Brothers.
Except for it looks like one of
said Crunchyroll because that was going to be where I was going to tie it into.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be one-on-one, but it would be awesome if it was four or like
a
four.
three.
Well, no, not even that. I was just tying to Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
No, it's not going to be though, because they showed like the four characters fighting each other in the trailer.
Well, maybe. I mean, but when we saw like little snippets of fighting, it looked like it was one-on-one. But I hope you're right with the Super Smash because
I think it's gonna be like Zone of the Enders style.
I think it'd be Zone of the Enders, but again, you'd have to. You're not talking about something you can play on like one console. It's gonna be multiple consoles, probably.
Man,
or maybe split screen, which everyone hates nowadays.
Which we love.
Developers hate.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, the TVs are big enough. You're fine.
Yeah.
Makes it easier.
You split screen it, and you get the size of the TVs we grew up with on each individual screen.
Yeah, we had the cardboard on like 12 inches.
It's a sleeper hit, but that game really interested me. The character models did look a little funny, but
they grew on me, I think, the more I watched.
mindset that they're in, it's multiple, I think, anime characters, so they're trying to fit one mold. So where they
Yeah, I
all
think
work for
that makes
similar
sense.
styles.
But yeah, I'm really impressed. The pacing of that conference was really well done. We got a little long in the tooth with Forza 6, but I think it or
Forza Horizon 4.
Forza. I'm thinking Halo 6 for some reason. But I thought it was still good. That game actually looks. I was intrigued.
Again, here's the best thing I can possibly say about that game. I am not at all really a racing fan, and yet I was intrigued. Like, so they did something
Sim
right.
racer.
They did something right.
I'm not a big fan of, but this.
Yeah, if you can get like a good, again, when we've been clamoring it forever, bring back like a Rush or something like that.
That they did.
What?
Onrush?
What's
You're
that?
not- you can look at it right now on your. You load it up on your PS4 on the store. Yeah, Onrush. It's a.
Same company?
I don't know if it's the same company, but it looks like Rush to me.
Interesting.
Exactly.
All right, we're gonna check that out
I'll
after
have
this.
to check it out after this.
Not
Where do you
sponsored.
stand? Does this make you want to buy if you didn't have an Xbox like Larry and I don't, or an Xbox One X, let's say, would you buy this after this conference? Are they showing you enough that's coming? So we got a lot of 2019. We got very few actually this year. Interesting enough.
All right. From my perspective, owning an Xbox One, funny thing, I used to use my Xbox One as a PS4 stand, basically. So I like Microsoft, and I used to love them. They haven't released anything that has just blown my mind. I will say that seeing this conference makes me, if I didn't have one, I'd want to buy it, but I would want to wait until stuff actually comes out. The Games Pass is
That's the thing.
alone is something to buy an Xbox One for.
That is, especially knowing that I can take my Xbox games and just pop them in the drive and they work.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that makes me really. And there's a couple things coming. I'm like, I really want that. I'm a little worried that Halo Infinite's not going to be on Xbox One X.
I don't
this
think
gen.
it's going to be.
Yeah, my take on this, and I was about as big of an Xbox 360 fan as there was. I loved everything about that console. I still to this day miss the online, how smooth it is. Again, there's not necessarily anything wrong with the PS4's online. I haven't had any issues with it. Yeah, okay. I'm trying. We can talk about that maybe. Maybe Sony will address some of that. I doubt it. We'll see.
Change your names.
There is something about just Microsoft with their interconnectivity, being able to play with PC to Xbox. Just it all just works so well, and I just want them to have games to bring me back. The games that I'm most excited about, I don't think any of them were necessarily exclusive. Obviously, Infinite sparked my curiosity.
Battletoads exclusive too.
Battletoads is definitely sparking.
But
I
they
think
went straight for couch co-op with that.
yeah, but here's the thing with Battletoads though. The part that excites me most about that is that's them saying, "Hey, we have these older games."
Yeah.
Like, they didn't show any yet, but that to me says they're like, let's start working on some of these.
Bringing
And
them
that
out.
and them acquiring Playground. What's the
Playground.
PlayerUnknown?
No, Playground.
Playground Studios?
Oh, Playground Studios.
Yeah. And them working on an open world RPG.
I'm pretty sure. I mean,
It seems like it's
it seems
Fable.
pretty
It has to be
obvious it's
Fable.
Fable.
Yeah. So they're doing everything that I want. I just wonder if it's next generation that's
And that's the biggest thing I was going to say though too is Mr. Phil Spencer came on stage and talked about how he brought up the next gen while he was talking about this. So it's like already something that we know it's coming. So my theory is maybe wait a year or two. The next gen system comes out, and then it's back. Game Pass works with the next gen system too. So that's my only fear. Is did you are you guys doing this a little too late? And it's like
maybe, but I think come February, March of next year, especially, you will know if you want to buy this system.
Yeah.
If you do not at this point,
But see, that's the problem, and this is what we all talked about. This is almost another year now. People are going to be like, "Oh, I'm really excited about this, but okay, let me wait just to see." It's more. They've been doing that in 2014, 15, 16, 2015, 16, 17, 18. It's okay. Let me wait. I like a couple of things they're doing. I like the console as a whole. I don't know. Like for me, the Games Pass thing alone, I think, is the one thing that would get me the most wanting to jump ship and just go over there, or not jump ship, but just go over there because like I want to play Perfect Dark, like we've talked about. I would love to give Sea of Thieves a try. I wouldn't pay for $60 for it, but I'd pay $10 for like a month or
Exactly.
two just to give it a try and see what the game's all about. I love that. And so the fact that an Xbox One S is like $250, I might just pull the plug at some point here and give it a shot.
Yeah, I'm interested to see. I haven't even looked at it. I mean, I own an Xbox One. Just the UI of Xbox Game Pass is like how
user friendly is it?
Yeah, how inter-sequence to like how fast, if you say I want to play Sea of Thieves, how fast does it come up? What's the loading time?
That was part of what they were talking about. I think there's a June update coming. Some of their titles are going to launch 2 times quicker. My thought, hearing that, being someone who's not playing it, is there's been complaints that games take too long to launch.
No, I don't think so, because you can download them to your system.
With the Game Pass, do you get achievements?
Yep.
Okay, that's cool.
By the way, Gears of War comes 2019. So do they have a holiday game?
Well, something released in September. Was it
Shadow War, Tomb Raider? Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Something was in March. I
Yeah,
can't remember what it was.
There's March is Forza, I think.
What was Crackdown?
That's February 22nd.
That's another February 22nd game. Okay.
Interesting. Yeah. As of right now, I can't think of an exclusive that comes.
Which may be a problem with
this holiday. Yeah.
With another certain conference that's coming up here tomorrow.
Yep. So we'll have to see. I think overall it was an amazing show. I'm excited for Microsoft. They got me excited about a bunch of new IPs that they got coming. Not new IPs, but new IPs. And
I want to end this just with a couple of questions posed to you guys real quick.
Sure. Shoot.
As you had to predict, because we still got 2 of the big conferences between Nintendo and Sony left. Based on what you saw in Microsoft, if you had to rank them, where do you think they end up at the end of the show? Do you think they're the best, second best, or third best?
Second.
Third.
I would peak between second and third.
Right.
And then, it's close. I actually kind of am sadly leaning third, which is not what Microsoft needs. But they did really good. I just think the other ones are really good.
I will say it. Microsoft, it was amazing. Like, I was hyped the whole entire time watching it. But Sony's coming for him again. Like, I just feel like Sony is going to be on top again, and Nintendo, we all love Nintendo. I think it's going to just get wedged right in the middle where it needs to be.
I don't think Sony's going to do that great this year, but I hope I'm proven wrong.
Okay.
Or no, I don't hope.
I'm just looking. Any predictions? So we predicted Splinter Cell to be there, but like I said, Ubisoft. And that was it. That's all we had for Microsoft besides... Oh, Alan Wake 2. No. You guys both got that wrong.
Was Germany again? Yeah, that's so...
Devil May Cry, you and I got a point. So I have 2 points as of right now.
There you go. Well, I wanted to ask real quick, and again, just I know we started it with it, but game that you are most hyped that came out of the show that is a Microsoft exclusive.
Halo Infinite.
Come back to me.
Okay.
So you got like Battletoads, Gears of War 5.
To me, it's
Ori.
I'm still so curious, even though like their open world screwed me up when they did the procedurally generated. I'm still so curious about We Happy Few.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good one too.
Yeah, it is.
But the problem with that one is like I'm so concerned after what I saw. But granted, they went silent. Does that mean they fixed it? They're coming
because the trailer looked good.
I did the early Game Pass or early preview, whatever it was. Oh my, early access. It was so bad.
Yeah, that worries me a ton. I mean, it's hard not to be excited about Halo Infinite. I'll probably say Halo Infinite too. It's probably the cheap answer, but
Gears of War 5 is right underneath there for me, and I wouldn't think that would be a thing.
I'm not interested in Gears 5.
Okay. It looks cool, but not something.
I'm actually more excited about the mobile.
Yeah, somewhere that looks
Tunic. Sweet. Wait, I forgot about that. That's you know what? I actually might put that up, but like that looks really good.
Was it?
I think it said.
Though?
I think console. Console launch exclusive, so it must have been on PC probably. Maybe. I don't know.
I'm gonna go out there, and I'm gonna be wrong, but I'm gonna say Cyberpunk 2077 is Microsoft only, and that's my hype one.
I'm gonna go with no.
It's gonna be wrong. But
yeah, I mean that would be they would have.
Your predictions aren't doing good so far, so it's okay.
They would have announced that though.
I don't think they're going to.
That's true.
All right.
Well, speaking of that, Fallout 76 4 times bigger than the other Fallout maps. Well, you said map earlier, and I was like, "Huh, that's gonna be awesome." We'll see that tonight.
Again, yeah, we'll get to see that tonight. The one thing I love everything I saw. That looks fantastic. The one thing to keep in mind is 4 times bigger. If this is supposed to be some sort of, there's a large part of it being building settlements, there's going to be a lot of areas where there's nothing. So you can have a lot of plain land.
We'll find out.
Was it said that it's a lot about building? We've hypothesized.
Hypothesize.
That's what everyone said. It's because the only reason
everyone said we weren't going to get a real game, and it looks like we're getting a real game.
It looks very real.
So
here's my thing. BGS, if they've been working on this for 2 or 3 years, they're their main studio. They're not releasing just a half bleeped game. There's going to be something to it. Like,
I think this game's going to be ridiculous.
yeah, I
Look good.
From what I
We'll
saw,
find out more tonight.
They have. I mean, I got excited about the flying creature. Like,
I
that's
missed.
cool. You didn't get any of that.
Yep. All right. So we'll see that tonight. If you like this, please subscribe on Apple Podcasts or review us on Stitcher or review us on Apple Podcasts too. You can do either one.
Or
we
both.
have plenty more E3 content coming. So tune in soon. Bye-bye.